Welcome back to Sahara TV. My name is Rudolf Okonkwo. This is the Skype call segment when we give you the chance to give us your feedback on some of the issues we've been discussing. And today, we'll be doing a review of the year 2013, which is coming to an end. We spoke to Mr. Femi Fani-Kayode, the former Minister of Aviation, and he addressed some of the issues around Obasanjo's letter and the letter from Iyabo Obasanjo and the general political situation in the country, including the APC's efforts to take over power from President Jonathan. We also spoke to Laolu Akonde, who helped us analyze the situation across Africa, Nigeria. In particular, we talked about the situation in South Sudan and Central African Republic. But now we are opening it up for you all to join us and continue this discussion. I have on Skype Darlington. Darlington, welcome to Sahara TV. The situation in South Sudan. Tina, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Tina is in Lagos. Olufemi, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you very much. Hello, viewers.
Colleague Joe, welcome to Sahara TV. Darlington, welcome to Sahara TV. Yemi, welcome to Sahara TV.
Awesome. Thank you.
And Odebode, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you very much, Rudolf.
Welcome to Sahara TV. Okay, and someone has the audio of the live stream up and it's interfering with our conversation. So can you please turn it down or use an earpiece so that we don't get an echo? All right, thank you so much. So we are going to start our discussion with the most recent thing that happened, which is the continuation of the letters we've been receiving. Now, we had the letter from the central bank governor, we had the letter from Obasanjo, the letter from Iyabo, and last week there was a response from President Jonathan. We are still getting more letters, one from the Deji of Akure to the governor of the state asking to be reinstated as the Deji of Akure. Now, Darlington, are you there? Okay.
I think we lost him.
I think we lost Darlington.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me come to you, Tina. Tina, this is festive period in Nigeria. People are home enjoying. I understand that you have a party going on in your house. Are people discussing these letters, or are people moving on with their lives as if they didn't happen?
You know, in Nigeria, for us, though there may be serious issue, but at the end of the day, we just get to laugh, because if we should try and analyze everything that is happening, it can make someone go crazy. So these days, when people just talk and you make a kind of comment, people will just say, send him a letter, send her a letter. At least Obasanjo just sends Jonathan a letter. You understand? So the issues are there, but, you know, reading what the way Jonathan replied Obasanjo, you know, it was something that is like a back and forth thing. And people are expecting, okay, will Obasanjo reply him back? But to many people, just give us what we need. Though there are lots of allegation and counter-allegation. The president said he's going to investigate some things and all the rest. But whatever it is that is in those letters, those are things that Nigerians are asking for. We want light, we want security, we want infrastructural development, we want improvement in the economic system. That's what people want. So the letter is there. But for some people, like on BB, people just send it like a joke. You know, when you just talk something that is too much, people just say, I guess you are quoting either Obasanjo or you're quoting Jonathan, something like that. So for many people, they are feeling their Christmas. For those that can afford it, you know, they are eating. There are lots of people doing volunteering. There are lots of people giving to motherless babies and those that can afford, for the less privileged, you know. So people are celebrating notwithstanding. Though it's a dark Christmas, there's really no light. The power supply is not there, but people are still celebrating notwithstanding. That's Nigeria for us.
All right, thank you so much. Olufemi, did Jonathan's response to Obasanjo change your mind about the original letter written by the former President Obasanjo?
Not at all. Not even close. Of course, I expected him to respond, and even before the response, I kind of thought of some of the things that will be in his response, based on the opinions that Ruben Abati was already expressing, even to the press, even though he told us that President Jonathan told all the aides not to respond to Obasanjo. So I saw some of those things. I think the letter President Jonathan wrote was very defensive, and of course I did comment on my Facebook page that he also raised some allegations. You understand me? You see, some of these things I see that they are revealing, like the letters Obasanjo wrote and the one Jonathan wrote. I think some of them are revealing because Jonathan alleged that Obasanjo knew about some of the incidences that happened leading towards the 2011 elections, like the bombing of the INEC office and the bombing of Jonathan's village. So I kind of think that Nigeria, like Tina said, we are the most or the biggest enemies of ourselves. You understand me? In a good world or in the right environment, in an environment where the people are sane, that those kind of information are enough to put strong or to call for strong reactions from the society, from the people. You understand me? I've been listening to a lot of the comments that were being made, like Fani Kayode and Laulu that they made on to you guys today. You see, Nigerians, like I said, are the biggest enemies of ourselves. Some of those things will not happen, even in some of the African countries that we've been talking about. Some of those things will not happen, and the people will just fold their hands.
Okay.
Where are the people asking for accountability?
Olufemi, hold on there. Okay, let me go to other people. We'll come back to you. Kolijo, did you see anything in the president's response that that surprised you, or were you expecting something else?
Yeah, I was expecting. One thing that surprised me was it looks like a response of a child, of a son trying to reply the father. So he's addressing him as someone who is accountable to, calling him Baba and all those kind of stuff. It showed a lot, and he described that, oh no, this is the person that put me here, not the people of Nigeria. So that was nothing new in the letter. That description alone just showed a lot that there's nothing. Jonathan is not a leader. For him, there's no reply that is concrete there. Again, as what Olufemi said, he's trying to defend himself, and I find that very, very just sad.
Yemi, have we reduced governance by letter writing? Yemi, are you there, Yemi? Okay.
I think we lost him.
I think we lost Yemi. Okay. Odebode.
Yeah.
So, what is your take? Are we in this season of letter writing? Because something else developed this week. I think Al Mustafa said that he would like to debate Obasanjo. So, my thinking is that we may move from letter writing to debates. So, what is your take on what's going on?
I read through Jonathan's letter. First and foremost, I want to commend Jonathan for using the manner in which he replied the letter was very civil in writing, and he also wrote like a head of state. One of the points I want to make clear here, which Jonathan also pointed out in his letter, is that this reply is based on for future purpose. Tomorrow, writers are going to come up, start writing a lot of stories, and even quote this letter. So let them be a reference from him that he wrote a letter. And in other area also, he referred to Jonathan Obasanjo as Baba, to also try to that even though I'm annoyed, I'm angry with you for some allegation leveled against me, I still give you the respect for being a elder statesman who have ruled the country for 12 years. I still give you that respect. And I'm trying to open the letter and give you some vivid points of some answer to Obasanjo allegations. And I think for me, he did a good job, and he has enormous tasks ahead of him, and he should go away from the letter. Nigerians need power, Nigerians need road, Nigerians need corruption, they need to fight corruption, and other things they need to fight against. So I'm so glad that you need to go and face the real things that is there for, not letter writing. So that's my point.
All right.
Rudolf,
yes.
just say something.
Go ahead.
I disagree when he said he's respecting him, calling him Baba. It's just like Obama calling George Bush Baba and calling him respect. Come on,
these are different cultures. Come on, you can't compare. I keep telling you guys, these are different cultures. Don't always call US.
No, okay.
This is Nigeria.
Any former president address it. That's a respect. That's what But that alone shows a lot. That's Baba alone has a lot to do with it. But Nigerians will not fail to analyze it that way. So that's what I want to say.
All right. Let me see again if Yemi is with us now. Yemi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right. So we were asking your take on the president's reply to Obasanjo.
Well, left to me, you see, letter or no letter. Letter is written, letter is replied. Are the masses having dividend of democracy? No. So whatever they are speaking among themselves, they know how they did the election, supporting each other. Now they are against each other. It's all bygones. It's irrelevant to me. It's really relevant. Let's start making progress. Let's move forward. Let's have an election in 2015. Whoever wants to vote out PDP should vote out PDP. Whoever wants to vote for PDP should go ahead and vote for PDP for their own reason.
Okay. Yeah, very good. Yemi, very good. Let me stand up, build on this one. Someone still has their audio up and is interfering with our conversation. But can you please turn it down, the volume of your live stream? Now, let's build on this now, because at the beginning of the year, there were crises in the PDP. And all through the year, it's been developing and increasing. Right now, you have PDP, new PDP, and former PDP members joining APC. Tina, this is for you. How are people in Nigeria looking at these former PDP people joining APC? Are they accommodating? Are they thinking that they've been transformed by just wearing the new APC uniform? Or are people skeptical? Are people sure what they are voting for now?
You know, it's like, for example, we have this local drink we call Zobo. So it's like carrying Zobo and putting inside a Fanta bottle, and you cork it and you say it's now Fanta, but people know it's Zobo. So the PDP people that are leaving PDP to go to APC, are they not, what is the ideology behind? Is it because, okay, APC is the new opposition that looks like, let me just say, a kind of opposition? Because it's still the same. It's just like in politics. They said in politics, people only are interested in they are focused on their interest. Is it there's a fallout in the PDP? There's a fallout in favor. There's a fallout with maybe those at the top, and you be like, okay, if we go to APC, we are going to be shielded. We are going to be accepted. To people, it's looking like, okay, is it now between PDP and APC? How much can we trust APC? We knew when it was AC, okay, we can say it was like 6 or 7 governors that they have. But all these new people coming, all this new Zobo that is coming to join Fanta, how are we sure? It's not the same thing we are having, but they are just rebranding. When you just rebrand the name, like, let's say, for example, Excel used to be Vodacom before, or Econet, So to people, Nigerians are just watching, we are observing. We know all this decamping is geared towards 2015, of which 2014 is a major time to build either people's confidence or build people's trust for your vote for 2015. So people are still watching. It's not a matter of decamping. What is it? What do people have to offer? Like, I was talking to somebody recently, yesterday, I was discussing with some group of people about what will happen in Lagos, who will take over. And they're like, the party has created a cabal that it may be hard for another party to come in. So what are they giving to Nigerians in 2015? It's not about decamping. Because if the whole PDP decamp to APC, so is it not the same thing? It's just Zobo going to be termed Fanta. Let me put it that way. That's what we call it.
Okay.
There's nothing new.
Okay.
Can I come in? Rudolf, can I come in?
Okay, go ahead, Yemi.
Yeah. Look, Tina, I understand where you're coming from, and you have to understand we have had almost 35 years of military rule. Our democracy is very, very young.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the foundation that our democracy is built on, sadly, is built on false. It has a very shaky foundation. If the elections we had from 1999, if they were truly the votes of the people, we won't be talking about this right now, because
Yes.
whoever people vote for. But sadly, because the electoral system is so bad, is affecting the political terrain. Now, the political terrain we have right now, we all know, every Nigerian know that everybody is corrupt in politics right now. Everybody is going there to go and get their own. But the thing is, you have to look for which one is less corrupt. At least the APC people, governors in the governor states, they took over from PDP. There's a clear difference. It's like day and light.
You're not on ground.
It is very different. So right now, for APC for the parties to come together as a united front to contest against PDP is good for our democracy. Just like what Fani Kayode said. Look, even in America, before it became what they call it, Republicans and Democrats, they must have gone through a revolution of combining powers together. Parties have to come together to be stronger in order to defeat the incumbency.
Okay.
How can we come in?
Yeah, let me come to Olufemi. Olufemi, I asked this question to Fani Kayode, which is must all these people come to APC in order to get power, win an election? Yeah, win an election. Do you think that must happen? He talked about the stakeholders and the stakeholders being needed to win election. And when we spoke to Lolo Akonde, he talked about the importance of those stakeholders. That is, they are the ones who rig the election. So it seems as if the APC is now concentrating on winning the hearts and minds of the voters, but rather it's about getting the stakeholders. How does that make you feel?
It makes me so sad, as a matter of fact. It makes me so sad that we can be thinking like that after 12 or so years of democracy. You understand me? I completely understand what is going on in Nigeria, and I've always positioned that the only solution to Nigeria problem is the people. The people have to ask for accountability. You understand me? Let me tell you something. We can stay here till eternity. Now, Obasanjo can cross from APC to UPC or whatever PC you want to call it. They can do that for hundreds of years. Their mentality is going to be the same thing. They are not going to change. Armor flag does not change, can transform its color. It's not going to change itself. So that, like I said, it makes me so sad that people have now resigned to the fact that, oh, these people are needed to win election. They are not needed to win election. That's just the truth. The point is, Nigerians have been so bastardized. I don't know. Their mentality has been so twisted that they now accept this fate that these politicians have thrust on them as their own destiny. And now the onus is on people like us, people like you, people that are talking. I listen to Tina, and I must say that I am so much encouraged that somebody like her can be staying in Nigeria. You understand me? So the onus is on people like her to begin to talk to 1, 2, 3 persons. You know, let me give you an example. I was talking to a guy on Facebook last week, and he was saying, oh, the guy has always been a defender of Jonathan, and we kind of got engaged, tried to talk about what are the performances of Jonathan. Guess what he told me? He said, forget about what Jonathan is doing. What bothers him was the fact that Jonathan was from the South. He said it was Jonathan's people's turn. Let him have his 8 years and let him go. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This is Nigeria. I don't care whether Jonathan is from South or is from North South or whatever South. But what I care about is the fact that Nigeria needs to develop. Oh, the guy was like, he called me names. It's like, no, just go away and all those kind of. And that is the mentality of average Nigeria. Oh, it is our people. He is a Christian. He is a Muslim. Let's vote for him. And that is the problem with Nigeria, until the people begins to ask for accountability. Begin to ask for dividend, what is called real dividend of democracy. People have sung about Fashola. I don't see anything that Fashola is doing that warrants all those kind of singing compared to the income that is coming to him from all the sources. So the point is, Nigeria is just in a state that's that we cannot be proud of. You understand me? At this stage, people talk.
Okay. No, hold on. I know you want to talk, Yemi. Let me go to College Joe. I want to ask you something. When Alolokonde was talking, he suggested that most likely APC will field a northern candidate. And we know that. Now, my question to you is, if that should happen, what do you think will happen to APC?
Yeah, I was surprised when he said that, but he didn't give a kind of conclusive answer to the question you asked him, like why must they bring out a northern candidate? Because I was waiting for him to say some, give a correct answer to that. Because I think from what I got, let me say I'm speaking his mind. He is trying to say, is their turn to rule, or is a kind of we're practicing like a zonal presidential system. So that was really funny for me to hear that, and I don't think, again, we're trying to bring in ethnicity, tribalism, religious, everything into this whole matter. Because why must he be a northern candidate? That's what I don't really understand. Like, to me, if it's a northern candidate, then that alone, that alone defines our democracy. And for me, if APC should bring out a northern candidate come 2015, then they will lose a lot of their credibility. Because right now, the northern region really wants to rule, and they want to do this by violence, by any means possible, and I find it problematic.
Okay. I don't care who they bring. I want the best person.
All right. Let me go to Odebode. Yemi, I'll come to you next. Odebode.
Odebode is not here.
Odebode is not here. Okay. Yemi, over to you.
So I heard what Nelson was talking about earlier. I understand the angle he's coming from, but sadly, you see the Nigerian masses over a long period of time, their mindset has been upside down. Mindset of average Nigerians have been turned upside down to the point that even if you're where's the noise coming from, Nelson?
There are some kids. But go ahead. Let the person.
If you switch off the mic, you can hear me, but I won't hear you. Just switch off your mic, then it won't interrupt anybody. So as I was saying, the Nigerian masses, their mindset has been changed over the years of bad leadership. Because right now, I was talking to, we were a group of Nigerians, we were talking, and I was trying to explain a simple scenario. When I was in camp, I decided to I want to be doing things the right way. I want to be a patriotic Nigeria. Now, a guy that did political science from University of Ibadan, he was saying the same thing in the room. He was just talking politics, our leaders are bad, blah, 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 blah. So we wanted to eat in the evening. We queued up. So everybody was in a straight line. Then one guy just jumped the line and went in front of the person in front of me. And I said, why are you jumping the queue? Can't you go back and form the queue? Do you know what he told me? He said, the person in front of, did I jump in your front? I didn't enter your front now. The person I went inside his front did not talk. You are the back, you are the one talking. I kept quiet. Then the guy that did political science from UI that was preaching, hey, we need good leadership, we need them. He now jumped the line to the front. And I called him back. I said, but look, you were the one talking good leadership. Why are you now jumping the line? Do you know what he said? He said, forget that side. We were talking over there. This is reality. We want to eat. So the Nigerian people, you see, poverty is bad, but I won't say it's an excuse. But people are just so greedy in that atmosphere. So right now, we can only make do with a leadership that will at least do something. He said that Fashola is not doing anything, that he's not seeing anything that Fashola has done that needs a lot of singing song. There's a Yoruba adage that say ìlú àwọn afọ́jú olójú kan ló bá wọn. For the fact that he's even doing something, that's why they're rejoicing, rather than nothing being done. Look at it, Oshun. Oshun had PDP for 7-8 years. Nothing was done. Look at the changes they have seen. It's going to be gradual, but we just need to try and reorientate people to see the reason why they need to engage the government to do the right thing.
All right.
Can I jump?
Yeah, go ahead. Who is Collie Joe? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. The problem I'm having now is those defectors, those moving from the PDP camp to the APC camp. So that is the problem, because there is this kind of example that our professor do give us in those days, that no matter where you go and buy KFC in the world, no matter even the change in name, it's still KFC. So these people coming now to APC is a big problem. So they are coming into that camp because they are looking at, oh, these people may succeed 2015. So that means we're still going to have the same people come 2015 if we're not careful.
Okay. Okay. No. Yemi, hold on. Okay. Let's keep moving on, because we have to cover a lot of topics. I'll come to you guys and I'll ask you how the president did in 2013. But before then, I want to look forward, and I want you to tell me, looking at 2014, what is giving you hope about the country? Remember, 2014, Nigeria will mark 100 years as a country, an amalgamation of the northern and the southern protectorates that became Nigeria. So it's very significant. And of course, we had this infamous now report by some agencies in America that Nigeria will have serious problems in 2014. So looking towards the new year, I want you guys to tell me what is giving you hope? What are you seeing that is giving you hope? For instance, we know that we are going to have a national conference. The president said that it's going to happen in February. Is that something that is giving you hope? Tina, let me start with you.
I'm hopeful about Nigeria. I believe Nigeria will change. That's why I'm still here. I believe that it may take a while, but Nigeria is a place is a place of opportunities. It's just for you to discover your spot and believe, because we all can't live. We all can. Things are bad, yes, but I just believe it will happen. I don't know how to explain it, but I know the change we want to see. We will get to say it, because there's always this slogan we have. We always say it go better. We go better. You can start selling pure water, from pure water to bottled water to be a supplier. So Nigeria will change. The crisis we are having now, the challenges we are facing now, I believe those are the things that will get to integrate us and put us back together. In as much as, each time we talk about the amalgamation in 1914 by Lord Lugard, historians and lots of people keep saying, experts say, it's a mistake. Nigeria is a diverse country, people with diversified ethnic affiliation, but that our diversity, I believe, is what will bring us to be united. We just talked about that of South Sudan. I don't believe breaking up. I'm from the East, and Ojukwu tried for Biafra, but it didn't work out. And each time we talk about the Odua, we talk about Biafra, we talk about the Arewa, we should split. But split how? What we want, what I believe is, when there's this decentralization, when everybody's allowed to be in charge of the things, of their resources. People are allowed to be in charge without people being marginalized, allowing everybody to take charge of their communities, or take charge of their places. Nigerians will feel they belong to where they are. I don't believe us breaking apart. They may say anything. In the midst of when there's crisis, there are some people that are benefiting. When there are crises, there are some people that will be sending ammunitions and making money from it. But I don't think whatever their prediction is will make Nigeria to. We've seen the civil war. We've seen crisis. We are seeing that in Borno. We are seeing it in the northeast. We like life. I like life. An average Nigerian like life. So we are not. Their prediction will not work. They should forget it. I know this man also said, the late Gaddafi said it too. He said it, and he said it because there was crisis, there was opposition against him in the AU when he said that there should be a United States of Africa, something like that. And when Nigeria opposed to him being in charge, he said Nigeria should split between the North and the South. But I don't believe us splitting is the solution. I believe in our diversity is the reason why we should be together. You know, just like iron sharpened iron, opposite and plus and minus, negative and positive is what makes us who we are anywhere we are. You know, I always say we have our swags, we have what makes us Nigeria. So I don't believe breaking up. No, it's not possible. They should forget it.
Okay. Okay, Tina, thank you. Let me come to you, Yemi. Yeah. Yemi? Are you there, Yemi? Yemi is gone. Okay. Olufemi. Huh?
No, he's here.
Okay. Okay, Yemi, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think the prediction we're talking about 2014, right?
Yes, yeah. What are you what is making you hopeful about Nigeria in light of all these predictions around the country, around what might happen?
Yes, the opposition forming a strong alliance is giving me hope, and the likes of Femi Falana and co that's been activists in Nigeria right on ground is giving me hope. The private sector in the Nigerian economy is giving me hope, because I have a very close friend that just came back from Nigeria, and he said it's awesome, it's awesome, it's awesome. Nigeria is a great place for opportunities. And like what Tina said, our diversity should not be what should divide us, but we should be what should strengthen us. And I believe Nigeria is going to get there. And I just want to use this opportunity to tell the middle class, the people that have good jobs, they have to come out and vote 2015.
Okay. Olufemi, what is your take?
Yeah. First of all, I must be grateful to Tina and saying it for a second. You see, it's people like her that gives me hope about Nigeria. Understand me? The issue is this: people that are saying Nigeria will divide don't know Nigeria. Understand me? People can just put together data and some historical data and some forecasting data and all those kind of, and say whatever they want to say. The point is, there are too many benefiting from the status quo. There are too many people to say that are benefiting from the status quo in Nigeria that would not want Nigeria to break up. You understand me? Even among nations, forget about individuals now. So there are too many people, there are too many institutions, there are too many nations that are benefiting from the united Nigeria. So for them, that will make it difficult for Nigeria to break. So like I've said, the people that gives me hope in Nigeria are people like Tina. They are the people of Nigeria. They are the social media. It's the social media, people like SaharaTV. They are things that give me hope about Nigeria. And I strongly believe that Nigeria can definitely come out of where we have found ourselves presently. So the last comment I will make is the problem with Nigeria is actually very simple. Nigerians are people that can think so hard by themselves. They are people that can reason. There are people that don't even have to look at what is going on. People don't even depend on governments anymore. They generate their own electricity. They generate their own water. They even build their own roads. In some instances. So Nigerian people are not people that are so dependent on government. So if the government can just be a little bit responsible, like make electricity available, make roads available, and make security available, those are the three pillars that I believe will rescue Nigeria. If those things are done, I bet it with you, Nigeria would be one of the best nations on earth.
Okay. Kolijo, why are you hopeful? I want you to look at the issue of this national conference that will happen, because it could be something that will happen at the end. We have a structure that will really be strong enough to withstand any kind of shake in the system. At the same time, you might have an inconclusive conference, a conference that some people will reject the outcome. How do you think you see Nigeria in 2014?
I've said this before and I'll say it again. We cannot have a successful national conference if presidential candidates cannot come together for a debate. That's one. We cannot have a successful conference if the people cannot drop their differences, their ethnic differences, their religious differences. We cannot have that. Although we will have to come as human, political. This, we're talking about how to take a country to the next level. We cannot have this kind of conference. But one thing that is giving me hope, I'm not strong about that hope, is the young people. But again, 2014, many things are going to happen in 2014.
Okay.
Many things will happen.
Okay.
Mark my word. One of them is, if we're not careful, the people may not wait till 2015 for them to revote. That is one.
What will trigger that?
A lot of things will trigger that. Maybe another scandal, a bigger scandal.
Yes.
Because
I will say something to that. That I believe that. I believe if there's something big.
Okay, Tina, hold on. I'll come to you next. College, continue.
I have dreamt about it, and I can see it coming. It's going to hit us hard. That the people are going to say enough is enough.
All right.
That is it. That's it. So my hope is not strong for the country.
Okay, Tina, go ahead.
The reason I say that, you know, if you look at the Minister of Aviation scandal, that, you know, committee, but the facts are there. What else, you know? I don't know. We may say the wheel of justice is slow, but we don't need the courts. We don't need to go to court to prove what has happened. Why is Odua? Why is that woman still sitting there? Just is it not Turkey that some people there was a scandal and one of the ministers decided to resign? Though in Nigeria we can only say 2 ministers have decided to resign, or 3, based on their personal decision. But why should Princess Stella Odua still be sitting as a Minister of Aviation after such scandal? You go to the airport, people are sweating like Christmas goats, and this woman is buying an armored jeep or whatever she says she's buying, and you know the president set up a committee and nothing came out of that. Fine. Chief Obasanjo said something about President Obasanjo, former president, said $50 billion is missing. We don't know if it's an allegation. But if that is true, $50 billion, Nigerians are not stupid people. They may be keeping quiet, but the day enough is enough. Just like Occupy Nigeria, you know, they thought it was not going to happen, but it happened. But when it's just like when the camel back, when there's nothing again, the people will take to the street in a way that the government will be so shocked, because $50 billion. I don't want to tickle.
Tina, let me correct that. I think it was Sanusi that made that allegation,
Sanusi,
and
yeah.
after they reviewed it, they said that what was missing was about $10-something billion. That's still a lot of money, but in Nigeria, everybody went home, and the story continues.
Nobody shouted.
Yeah. All right, Yemi. So
yep.
What is looking forward to? Have I come to you before? No. You're looking forward to 2014. What is giving you a reason to be hopeful?
I think I made sure.
Oh,
Can I say something?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so let me say this. You see, things just don't happen out of vacuum. You understand me?
Mm.
Nigerians have a very good opportunity in the last Occupy Nigeria event, but unfortunately we lost that opportunity, and I will tell you why we lost that opportunity. You see, I am a Christian. I belong to a church, one of the biggest churches in Nigeria. I'm not going to mention names. I am a Christian, but I continue to believe that the churches in Nigeria have a part to play in liberating Nigeria. People don't just come out of individuality and make something happen. They come out of their community. They come out of their trade groups. They come out of their churches. Martin Luther King did not come out of nowhere. He had people following him. He had people encouraging him. And that is the bane of Nigerian people, because the churches, we're supposed to be the voice of the voiceless, have possibly sold their voices to the powers that be. You understand me? So as long as that continues to be the case, I'm afraid to say Nigeria will not achieve anything. Maybe it will get to a point that people will be ready or willing to revolt against their pastors. And when that one comes, then Nigeria will be ready to the liberation.
Yeah.
All right. Let me come back. Let's do this. Let's talk about Africa briefly, and I want to frame the question in this way. Looking at what's going on in Africa, in Central African Republic, in South Sudan, and other parts of Africa where you have crisis, Somalia, Chad, everywhere. What does that say to us, Nigerians, watching Africa? Are we going to face a fate like that? Can we avoid it? Is it something that is spreading? I'll start with you, Tina.
When I looked at that of that of CAR, that is the Congo or the Central African Republic, and that of South Sudan, those two has really been the center of the fight has been religion. That of South Sudan is the Dinka, the Noah, and they started turning it against the Christian and the Muslim. Then that of also Central African Republic, the same thing. And I believe so far where we've had such violence is in the north. We have that in the north where, you know, anytime there's crisis is either between the Christian and the Muslim. I believe we've had our fair share of that to an extent. I don't think we'll get to a point where it will become a national issue, a national fight for us to now, you know, for there to be a kind of war that will make Christian and Muslim in the south or in the center to fight. I don't believe we will come, though there are crises. I know there could be infiltration, just like what we have the northeast of the Boko Haram issue. We could have that in that upper part of the north, but I don't think we will get to a full-blown war where we'll be. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. For years, Nigerians live in peace. The most times we had crisis was mainly that of the religious crisis in the north, and those things were political because of, you know, some politicians that just want to cause trouble and they just incite people. And we have Muslims in the south, we have Muslims all over. My neighbors are Muslims. We don't get to fight, but when politicians want to do things, you know, they turn it and make the people, oh, you know, this person is bad. No, that is what they are using in those two countries, South Sudan. That's what they are using. That's what they are using in Central African Republic, religion. But we don't need that.
All right.
I don't think Nigeria will come to that point.
All right. Yemi, what do you think? Looking at Africa, is there any lesson for Nigeria as we go into 2014 and in terms of what is crisis across Africa?
Yes. We are the giant of Africa, but I'm happy about Nigeria.
Okay, I'm hearing this.
Hear me outside?
Go ahead. Someone seems to be outside or something.
Outside.
I think it's
Somebody outside. Tina, please, can you switch off your mic? Why is it when I'm always talking, that's when everything just scatter?
My mic, I don't think I have a problem with my mic.
All right.
No. Tonight, it seems as if you're outside.
Okay.
So there's some
Inside
echo
my
coming
house.
in.
Okay, go ahead, Yemi.
So, yes, Nigeria has a lot to learn from all the other African countries. But one thing I'm very confident to say is Nigerians are very peaceful people. And if we look at our history, within different zones in Nigeria, there's been crisis. There was Mudekeke, people in Mudekeke fighting each other, killing each other. There's
Go ahead, Yemi.
Each other. There's hello.
Yeah, go ahead. We have a delay, but go ahead.
Yeah, there's Haram issue in the northeastern Nigeria. But overall, I think Nigeria will stay united. But the government needs to try and find means of mitigating things. They have to look ahead.
Okay.
All these things. If the youths are active, if people are working, there won't be cause for discourse. But people that are not working, you don't have anything to do, you don't have any livelihood, people will tend to start doing bad things.
Mm. Now, College, let me come to you. So you look at Africa. Nigeria, like Yemi said, is the giant of Africa. And if Nigeria is not standing strong, Nigeria will not, the rest of Africa will keep being in the state where they are. Do you think that we have what it takes in the next year to set a standard for Africa to emulate?
Fantastic question. I think you should take away that that name or that title, giant of Africa. There's nothing giant about Nigeria apart from the population. You see, these people, they're not setting any example. The war, the crisis going on in other part of Africa is a good example for Nigeria to learn from, to be very careful. I heard someone saying Nigerians, we're not going to have war. No one predicted the insurgents about Boko Haram. No one believed we're going to have such group. If you told someone this maybe in 1990, they'll say, no, Nigerians can't bomb themselves. But we're seeing it. We're drifting to that state where we're getting to that state of Somalia. Maybe we don't know that yet. 2014 is important. Nigerians, everyone is joking with this till it happens. I know why I'm saying this. Because it's still the same team causing conflict in other countries that's causing conflict in the northern region in Nigeria. So there's nothing different. So it's just the same thing.
Now, yeah, let me, just to build on what you said, it's good to be very optimistic, but it's also important to know that just like you have Boko Haram activities in northern Nigeria, should something like that happen in a place like Lagos, it would be a different ball game. And also, I remember when the first bombing happened, people were saying that they couldn't have been Nigerians. But today, nobody says that. So you're right, College Joe, about what could happen, even though we hope for the best. Now, let me come to each of you and ask you, how do you assess the president, the performance of the president in the last 1 year? I'll start with you, Tina.
I don't think I would like to, because he's the president, you know. So at least I should be able to respect him. But if I should just, I don't know, please, really, the president, I want him to be. He should take charge. He should act like somebody that is in charge. He should act like the president of 160 million people. He is the president of I don't know how to explain. Nigeria is a great country, no matter what we're going through. Jonathan should assume that position. If he has never thought of it, he should assume it and act in that position. He acts as if he's not in charge. He acts as if he's afraid to take. Yes, as if he's afraid to take position. He's in charge. He was voted. No matter what has happened, he has 2 years to convince or do anything. He should just do it. He should act. He should act as if he's in charge. That's all I want.
All right.
There's nothing like.
Thank you, Tina. Yemi, what is your take?
Yeah, I think out of 100%, I give him 40%. No, I give him 35. 35% out of 100.
All right.
However, no, please, I just need to make this point.
Okay.
This 2014, you are going to see a lot of projects being commissioned. The presidency will be commissioning this. This road, I've done this road. People should not be deceived, though.
All right. Yemi, thank you. Olufemi, let me come to you. What is your take on the performance of the president?
Well, I think there are two issues that concerns me in Nigeria, and that is security of the lives and properties of Nigerian people and the education of the Nigerian child. And on those points, I think Mr. President has failed Nigeria. You see, I was on Facebook last week, 2 days ago, and somebody was celebrating that there was no gas scarcity during the Christmas season.
Yes,
I'm like,
yes, red mockery.
what kind of human beings are these people? For God's sake, praising President Jonathan because they didn't have gas scarcity. So for me, there are those two issues: security of the lives and properties of Nigerians, and the education of Nigerian child. Okay. I think Mr. President failed woefully, and unfortunately, I'm still giving him the benefit of the doubt. ASU was on strike for 6 months, but he cannot claim that his children didn't go to school. But unfortunately, that is the hands that have been dealt to Nigerians. So.
All right, College Joe, what is your take?
I would say before I comment on his assessment of his performance, I would say the president should be. The first lady should be the president, and the president should be the first lady. So they should turn it upside down, because that's the role he's playing for me. You know, for me, his performance. For one thing, I'm going to count just not to waste time, is that he has failed to increase the middle class in the country. So in his administration, there's a continuous decline of middle class in the country. So that's what I see.
All right. Our last topic is every year we have Time Magazine name somebody the Man of the Year or the Person of the Year. It could be a man, a woman, or an institution. I will go around and ask each of you, who will you pick? Looking at Nigeria, who will you pick as the Man of the Year? Actually, I saw someone on Facebook pick Rotimi Amechi as the Man of the Year. And the person said that part of the reason is that he was an epitome of the whole thing that happened in Nigeria in 2013, which is someone who was in the PDP and was at the head of the crisis and the election for governors, forum chairman, up to the point where he decamped to APC. So, Tina, what is your take on who should be the Man of the Year?
Immediately you said it, I started thinking, really. If we should, let me also take the part of the Amechi. Let me just analyze it in that line. You know, he decided to speak out, and in the course of like being an opposition governor in the PDP before he decamped, you know, crisis started in his own state. Imagine the fight in the House of Assembly, and you know we have the Terigi version. You understand? So, we can say Amechi symbolizes the struggle, and you know when you say you want to come against a major force, he decided to stand against President Jonathan. And he went through all those challenges. He's still alive. He's still strong. I pray nothing happens to him because there are these allegations of threats on his life and things like that. I don't believe if you decide to leave a party, you should, you know, people want to kill you, people want to destabilize your government and everything. He symbolized the struggle that what happened in the country, in the political setting this year. I'll just say.
All right. Yemi, who is your Person of the Year?
Yeah, my Person of the Year in Nigeria is for his consistency in fight against corruption and trying to checkmate the government is Femi Falana. San.
Okay, that's very good. Olufemi, who is your Person of the Year?
Oh, my Person of the Year is that woman that got to Shiomole to apologize. Not because of what she did. I thought she was, of course, she was wrong for displaying her wares, but that is what the situation in Nigeria has dealt to her. She was trying to survive, and that governor went to her and tried to molest her. But thank goodness she was able to get that governor to come back and apologize. So for that, she's my Person of the Year.
Okay, College Joe, who is your Person of the Year?
I'm not going to say I have Person of the Year. I'm going to say I would have loved to say the worst person for the year.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I will give it to Asai Dokubo. He was the whole controversy of 2013. So in the area of institution or media for the year, I'll give it to SaharaTV.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you so much. We really thank all of you for joining us, especially many of you you're regular here. You always join us on Saturdays. And we hope that next year we will continue and you will also be part of this conversation as we keep watching Nigeria. I want to thank Darlington for joining us. Tina in Lagos. Tina, thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Lufemi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. We are so proud of you guys. We know it's not easy. You guys have to cover yourself when you travel to Nigeria. I'm sure maybe some of you don't even get to travel to Nigeria anymore. But we just want to encourage you to keep up the good work, and God will continue to protect you.
Thank you so much. Colin Joe, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And Happy New Year. And please, I don't know what the threat of SaharaTV, although we didn't talk about that today, the threat, I don't know where it's coming from, but I think you guys should update us more about that threat from Nigeria to dissolve this organization.
No, we will. We will. Yemi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Keep up the good work into 2014. And I want to use this opportunity to honor all the people that died in Nigeria on the roads, a lot of crises. Let's honor them. May their soul rest in perfect peace.
All right. Thank you so much. Odebode was with us, but he's gone now. Odebode, thank you for joining us. So
Rudolf, we need t-shirts, so you need to give us our t-shirts now.
No problem. No, I will tell them.
Do you donate to Sahara Reporter?
No, we are going to give.
I'm contributing.
All right. We're giving 5 of you t-shirts. I will make sure that happens. All right. Okay.
And it shall be given.
All right. It shall happen. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, when we come back, we are going to give you a rundown of entertainment stories that took place in the last 1 year. And of course, we have special episodes of Keeping It Real, Dr. Damages in the Diaspora, and Africa in the City. So stay tuned.